Hello everybody, my name is Dwayne, and in this video I'm going to be showing you what I've read this past week and what I plan on reading for the rest of the month of October. First off, I'll show you what I finished. I finally finished Welcome to NHK Volume 3. Nothing to say about this really. I've just been in the middle of it for about a month or two, and I'm finally glad I got to finish it. Next up, I finished the Star Wars book I was reading. It's called Agents of Chaos 2 Jedi Eclipse. And yeah, I don't really want to talk about it because I would have to talk about the books before it, and that would be too much work. Unless anybody that's watching wants me to, and in which case I will. Just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll do it if that's what everybody wants to see. Next I have this, which is all three of the Historic Materials trilogy in one volume. It's The Golden Compass, The Subtle Knife, and The Amber Spyglass. I've had this for a while, I just never started it, and I finally finished the first book, The Golden Compass, this week. I've been listening to it on audiobook because it was recommended to me by another booktuber. It has a full cast of voice actors, so it sounds really different than your typical audiobook, which I really enjoyed. And then I also started the second book, The Subtle Knife, yesterday. And next, I've still been reading on Grace of Kings. I read about 100 pages this week. I don't know what it is about this book, but for some reason when I think about it, I don't really want to read it. I want to read something else. But once I start reading it, I just can't stop. Like the 100 pages I read without stopping at all. And next up, I started reading American Gods by Neil Gaiman. The reason I'm reading this month is because me and other fellow booktubers are part of a Discord group, and we started a book club this month, and this is the book that we decided to read. And I'm actually really enjoying this so far, and I'm breezing through it. I'm almost 200 pages in, and I've only read it in 2 sittings. And finally for this week, I also listened to an audiobook for Drive, which is the first novella in the Expanse series by James S.A. Corey. It's basically like a science fiction space opera, and they actually have a TV show for it, which I haven't watched, but I've been wanting to read that series for a while, and when I got the chance to listen to the audiobook, I did, because it was not that long at all. I liked it, and I'm excited to continue the series. I think there's one more novella I need to read, and then I can start the actual series. Now I'm going to show you what I'll be reading for the rest of the month. For the normal books that I'm going to be reading, I'm just going to continue reading the books that I'm already in the middle of, and then I'm also going to start the next book in the Star Wars series I'm reading. And this is also going to be a big month for manga for me, mainly because I want to try to get caught up within like the next month. I don't really have that much left that I need to read that I own, but I really want to get on top of that. First off, I'm going to be reading volumes 5, 6, and 7 of High School of the Dead. That's all that I have, and that's actually all that's been released in America. And then next, I'm going to read Mayo Chiki, volumes 1 through 3. It's all in one. And then I'm going to read Testament of Sister New Devil, volume 1, and Infini-T Force, volume 1. Then I'm going to read Welcome to the NHK Volume 4, which is the last volume I have of this. And then Citrus Volume 3, which is the last volume I have of that. So, if you want me to talk about any of these manga series, just talk to me about them in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.